This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
Hello, I'm Allison Rodriguez with your top stories from ABC 15 Arizona. More and more Arizonans going to drive-through COVID testing sites as Christmas gets closer and closer. Embry Health saying the state is still seeing positivity rate spikes that are only increasing, as well as dramatic increases in test demand. According to them, more than 18,000 people are getting tested statewide each day, a figure close to what we saw December of last year. Embry Health expecting an all-time high Thursday, and as a result, CEO Raymond Embry saying they did plan to hire more workers and open even more testing sites.
Last year we were running around, going from 1 employee up to 5, 10. Now, as you can see at this site, there's a lot of cars coming in and out, but they're consistently getting processed and going through the system.
Now, on Christmas Day, 10 Embry testing sites will be open throughout Maricopa County, and you can find the complete list at ABC15.com. Arizona seeing a dramatic rise in Omicron cases. Researchers with the ASU Biodesign Institute telling ABC 15 the variant represents 60% of all COVID cases in Arizona, and that number was just 1% 2 weeks ago.
Anyone out there who may be at risk of a severe infection, particularly those people who are not yet vaccinated, and particularly people who have medical conditions, need to be extremely careful.
Now, recent studies find while Omicron does spread more easily, its symptoms do appear to be less severe compared to the Delta variant. You know, it's a situation many have found themselves in during the pandemic, forced to figure out what to do next after losing the job you've worked at for years. ABC 15's Justin Pizzera introduces us to a Valley family who turned what they thought was bad news into a life reset.
This is where it all happens.
This is a long way from where Isai Martinez was before the pandemic. He's standing in his new restaurant.
I had a stable position, stable job, so it's kind of hard to leave that to chase something else.
Martinez worked in the architecture field for 18 years before he lost his job when the pandemic hit. Like so many people, he was left with the question, what's next? The answer? Martinez and his wife started cooking for events with a small food cart, something that was supposed to be a side gig.
After probably the first month or so, we were really impressed by what we were doing, and we decided, let's go full time with it.
So the couple bought a food truck, selling their made-from-scratch recipes all over the valley. But then the food truck wasn't cutting it. Their business was getting too big. The solution this time? A full-blown restaurant. Martinez says he never saw this coming.
No, like I said, it was just something to get us by until I got back on my feet in my career. So I never thought that we would be doing something like this, at least this soon.
Is this more fulfilling than the other job?
Oh, yes.
Martinez set up his restaurant inside the Holiday Inn in Goodyear, just off the I-10. The kitchen, much more spacious than a food truck, and there's plenty of seating for diners to taste how a different path in life can be a good thing.
In our situation, we were pushed into it. We might have never done it if we weren't pushed into it, but we're so glad that it did happen that way, because we're just so much more better off at this point than maybe we would have been.
In Goodyear, Justin Pizzera, ABC 15, Arizona.
Yeah, that'll make you hungry on a Friday, right? And there's a new millionaire in Arizona. A ticket matching all 5 numbers in Wednesday's Powerball drawing was sold in Tucson. That ticket was bought at Lely Oriental Supermarket in Tucson. The winning numbers are 7, 16, 19, 48, and 68, with the Powerball number 15. The ticket matched everything but the Powerball number, but the next drawing is going to happen on Christmas Day.
Tracking your most accurate forecast on this Christmas Eve, I'm meteorologist Jorge Torres. Rain, rain, and more rain. That's in the forecast for the majority of your Friday here in the Phoenix Metro, with temperatures staying in the 50s and lower 60s throughout the day. Once again, we are in ABC 15 weather action mode. More on that in a moment. But elsewhere across Arizona today, highs in the 30s in Flagstaff, 40s along the rim, with 50s and 60s from Gila County to the south and west. And Futurecast is showing a very active setup throughout the day, with rain in the lower terrain and snow in parts of the high country. We could see some decent snowfall amounts so careful if you're traveling up the 17 or the 40 later on today. But we do begin to improve those weather conditions starting tonight and for parts of Christmas morning, with a little more sunshine in the forecast, but then more cloud cover and perhaps more storms on the way starting next week. So here's your 7-day forecast. Christmas Eve, chance of rain at 90% here in the valley, down to 40% Christmas morning, with highs staying in the 60s through Monday, and another chance of decent rain on Tuesday with highs in the upper 50s.
For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.